What's up, everybody? It's Tommy Runs, and this is the Run. Oh, damn.
Is it what? What is it now?
I don't know what this is, man. This the PR project? What up, everybody? It's the PR project. My thing didn't even say we was live for like just to work right now, though.
No,
What's
you
up,
didn't.
everybody? PR project, episode number 2 of the off season. Not to be confused with any other show out there. This is the show, off season vibes. Man, Aaron, what's cracking? What you
What's
got
the
going
word,
on?
man?
Man, I am just loving life right now. I'm running more than I had been in the weeks prior to. I actually looked at my little Strava chart. It's going up. You know what I'm saying? So
Let's get
I'm
it.
I'm very happy and excited about that. Man, what's up with this shirt though? Let's just see the shirt one more time. Now I know we talked about this last week. This is the off-season special edition Tracksmith Gray Boy.
Shout out
Now,
to that little bunny rabbit, the little
now,
bunny rabbit.
now, there's only 2 or 3 of these in production in the world. I'd
Very
like to
rare.
change,
V
I'd like,
rare.
I'd like to make that. I'd like to change that. I'd like to make it very unrare. Hit me up. That'd be dope. Anyway, who commented already? I like people checking in. Oh, okay, hello fellas. Joy runs a marathon. What's up? How are you doing? Yeah, this is a show. I wouldn't say it's a talk show, but we talk and it's a show. But we want y'all to talk back, like radio, call in, that type of
Oh,
vibe.
you've always wanted to be Arsenio Hall. You know what I'm saying? You can be that.
Woo, woo, woo. Hey, dog, he got a new show, don't he?
He did for a minute. He had one on Netflix. I don't know if it's still going, but
Yeah, I've been seeing like little clips of it where like he say something kind of crazy and then they come back with a decent answer or whatever. You got to try to get back in the light, bro.
hey, man, he good at it though. He good at it. He just, you know what I'm saying? He always had the plan. He just need a platform.
Yeah, but he did a lot though for the culture.
For sure.
Huge. Yeah,
Yeah,
He was the only one. He was the only one that had a. Hey, I know you. Come on the show.
Pull up.
You know?
Pull up on your man.
Pull
Oh,
up.
you got a new single? Pull up on your man.
We gotta start doing that, dog. Just having people pull up. Hey, just real quick, I don't know this individual like directly, but Sydney McLaughlin just ran a 51:61 in the 400-meter hurdles. 51:61. That's the third fastest 400-meter hurdle time ever. 51.61 for 400 meters going over obstacles.
She liked that for sure.
I can't, you know what I'm saying? That's hard to do without jumping over hurdles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't run a 51.
No, I can't run a 61, I don't think. Not right now.
Yeah. Anyway.
Start that off on a we can't mission. That'd be great. Hey man, let's just jump into this. Oh, first off, I want to say thank you. You can't really see it on my side. Hold on. There you go. I'm gonna cover it up.
Do it like a YouTube clearly.
There we go. This is the UCAN. UCAN is the sponsor of this episode and this show. Thank you so much, UCAN, for supporting the vibe, supporting the mission, supporting the everything, the culture. And you guys are great. UCAN is awesome. They have a whole line of nutritional products to help runners. Super starch is their thing. So once you take it, it's no big surge of energy and no crash later, no sugars, no caffeines. It's just a smooth, long-lasting release of energy throughout the workout, throughout the marathon, throughout the half, throughout the whatever you got to do. And actually, there's people out here that take the energy powder pack thing and just use it on the day-to-day. I mean, the whole thing was built so that there's certain people that had certain diseases or illnesses that had to use super starch to be able to sleep, to be able to sustain energy throughout the day. It's just a real cool, clean energy vibe, and I liked it a lot. We use it today on a long run, and thanks UCAN. If you guys can also get UCAN if you would like to for 20% off if you go to ucan.co, and that is a PR project 20% off. 20% off PR project.
It truly adds up.
Yeah, I mean, spend $100. I'll do the math for you. You only spending 80.
That was quick math. I'm impressed,
bro. I'm going.
I think you got the spreadsheet out in front of you.
I wrote it down. Let's be real. It says right here. I carried the one.
There you go.
Yeah, let's talk about training vibes, bro. Because I'm finally back to running a little bit. You running a little bit more. Let's talk about it though.
Just a smidge. Yeah. Running is going well, man. I like running. That's always a positive. Like, Sometimes we get so deep in the woods, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, deep in the trenches of training, and we start kind of looking at running like, is this something that I really should be dedicating this much time to? You know, so you start that those weird feelings and voices in your head start to come out. But right now, you know, when you're running 50% of the total volume, I mean 50% of the peak volume that you were doing in the last training block, you feel like Superman. It'd be like, man,
Gravy.
I'm
Gravy.
recovered nicely when I'm only running you know, a few miles a week. You know, I
Yeah.
feel good. I don't really have the niggles. You know what I'm saying? I can turn it on when I need to. You know what I'm saying? When I need to call on my legs for something, it seems like they're always there.
Always.
It's
Always.
just it's going well. I did have some a little bit of like questioning of my body last week, but it
Tell
was
me about this. I don't think you mentioned this to me. What's up
yeah
with you?
on Thursday actually when we ran together, and it was kind of weird because you ran a little bit beforehand, so y'all left
Yeah.
me like 4 miles in, and I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
do I want to do the rest of this run? Like, do I care? And my
Yeah.
legs were a little heavy, and but it was a little warm out, and
Mm.
it just felt weird. And then I had a workout lined up the next day, a track workout lined up the next day, and I'm just like, do I want to do this? Like, am I in the place to be able to do this right now? But I just, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, let me get after it. We'll get out there and see how it feels.
Yeah.
And it went well. Like I was able to nail the paces
Yeah.
and felt decent. So I'm thankful. It just had to shake it off a little bit. It was just, you know what I'm saying, those weird feelings we get every now and then.
Right. But what was like what like I mean this is the off season too. I mean so like it does have like those moments where you kind of you're not in the training block, so you like do I really need to do this? The answer is probably no for real. But like how have you been pushing through that and just kind of continuing, because you jump right back into it 2 weeks after your marathon. You're excited to get back running, but you've already started throwing in a couple of workouts here and there. So how like have you been staying motivated, staying out there? Because a lot of people are going to be trying to chase goals at the end of the summer or fall. So like, what's the key to keeping that rolling?
I think right now, only doing one workout a week, uh,
Mm,
it's like I get the anticipation of like, oh, I can't wait. Like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I've kind of altered my schedule a little bit. So I know usually during the training block, we take Fridays off,
Mm,
but it's something about knowing like I don't have anything to do the next day. I can really just like get
yeah, yeah,
after it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Friday, so you already have that like built-in like happiness of Friday. You know what I'm saying? Weekends here, so
yeah.
I throw the workout on Friday, and it's something I look forward to throughout the week, and then I get to enjoy myself on the weekend and do my thing. So it's really just knowing that there's no pressure to execute these
Right.
workouts to like a precise T
Yeah,
as it would be in like a super important A goal training block.
yeah.
Right now it's just like, you know, I'm just trying to sharpen. I'm just trying to work on some turnover. It's no real pressure. If
Right.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I need to pull the plug early, I can do that. That option is always there and I won't feel guilty about it. So it's just, yeah, it's just having fun and enjoying doing some stuff that we don't normally do as longer distance guys. So yeah, just taking the opportunity to be thankful that we get to play around with this running thing for real, for real.
Yeah. Right. Like we don't have like contracts on the line. Like there's no like if we didn't do well, we're not getting, the paycheck ain't changing at all. You know what I'm saying? But and I'm speaking of grateful, like my thing right now is just like, just getting back into running and just being out for, I mean, it wasn't out that long, but like mentally it felt like forever because like the knee wasn't like really cooperating. And even when I started running, getting back to running, I probably was running a little early. I probably could have, maybe taken another week or so off, but I was just really anxious to like get back into it and figure out like like how I could go about doing this thing. And then just, um, and just being happy to be out there now, like, so like it really started off super slow, real patient, had to be real patient, like that 2-3 miles or whatever. And so on the schedule, it'll say like 4 miles or something like that. And really just rolling into the mileage. I'm adding like 1 or 2 miles on just to run with y'all or whatever. Making sure that I'm listening to my body, but then at the same time, like challenging myself too, like to not just get too complacent because I want to start training soon. So, I want when I start training to not feel like such a big drastic switch from easing into it to training. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
absolutely. And it's important to really like ramp up and be comfortable and be confident that you are able to handle
Right,
the
right.
actual load of training. So yeah, I think you're doing it the right way, and the way you are being like very deliberate and intentional about it, I think that's going to help as well going into a pretty busy season in the fall that you have going on.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the thing. Like I'm just trying to, and then I'm just grateful to be out there too. You know, like every run just seems like, you know, halfway through, or like towards the end, because like I don't want to get too happy. Like on a 10-mile run today, like halfway through, I felt pretty decent, but then at the same time, I'm like just chill, be in the moment. Um, and I've also been listening to more, books and interviews just on like being present. Like in how to handle the stuff that we normally try to like think about the next something, as soon as possible, like the next street, the next mile, the end, uh, because we don't want to deal with, there we go, the power of now. We don't want to deal with now so much, you know what I'm saying? And the ego that we have is based on the past, like we're trying to protect that, but we're skipping over. We're trying to get done. We're trying to get to it, but we're using all this. So we're skipping this, like the whole big section in the middle. So I tried today to stay as like present as possible, listen to my body and not look for pain, but look for like how I felt and like hear you guys talk and and look around every now and then and make sure and just really kind of enjoy that moment. So at the end of the run, I felt better, than I used to on a 10-mile run, just because I wasn't so locked in on like the pace so much. I
Yeah,
wasn't locked in on everything like cadence and this and that. I was just kind of like just running, but then making sure that I was checking off all those boxes, but just kind of like behind the scenes.
yeah,
So
for
that's
sure.
that's been the vibe lately, and I'm just trying to like use that and then keep going with that though, because you know how we throw shit out the door as soon as like we feel better.
Yeah.
Like stop doing the yoga, stop doing the gym, and then just start going. But I'm just trying to like find that like way to keep this rolling and stay where I'm at, because I like it though. It's cool, but I just got to stay with it when the miles is like 60, 70.
For sure. That's when the real test comes. It's like, are you really about this intentional lifestyle you live in when
Yeah.
you start when it's not as easy to do. So
I'm gonna be intentionally skipping yoga. That's what I'm gonna be intentional about. Like I ain't about to do this workouts. I'm tired. But yeah, that's been the vibe, man. It's extremely intentional of trying to be, and just enjoying it though, man. Because honestly, like we have fun, like all these last training blocks, whatever. But at some point, we was extra serious. You know what I'm saying? Like we haven't looking into it, way too deep and just trying to like squeeze every little like drop out of stone. You know what I'm saying? Like just it's going to get there. Like the cool thing about like being able to interview some of these like athletes or whatever, most of them, like especially the ones that are like really dominating right now, are really really down to earth, like real about all about the fun, and just trying to figure out how to have fun with this, because you have to enjoy it at some
yeah,
point though, not just enjoy running, but enjoy like, you don't want to ever dread going to one of these workouts or doing a long run or whatever, because once you start doing that, the mental game that you play and the energy it takes to like not like something so much and keep doing it over and over for a training block is, how are you going to perform well in a race?
right. I have a job.
Right. Like I get
Like
paid to do something else,
that
so
already that no, I'm just saying all those feelings that you just described,
that's what
I check
that's
those
what.
boxes at work. Like I don't need that for running too.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and that's how it was. That's how I'm like wired. So like, I'm just trying to figure out how to pull back from that. And if y'all watching and y'all got tips on how to like pull back from that and how to have, and I like running with you guys too, because I think if it was just me running, I would just be a head case. So running in groups, well, I'm a head case now, but it's like it would just be worse. But yeah, that's my vibe right now, man.
That's great to hear, man. I've been around you for quite some time now, and I've seen you go through the ups and the downs. And I know you don't really like to, um, like you're pretty transparent. You'll share when things aren't going well for you,
Mhm.
but you're not like one of those people that kind of dwells and like, "Woe is me" type
Right.
of person.
Yeah.
So it's like I kind of have to read the tea leaves sometimes. Like, oh, like Tommy's not feeling it today. Like, let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me try to be a little extra funny on the run today or whatever.
Right.
Let me try to
Right.
distract them a little bit. But yeah,
Right.
so to see where you are now in comparison to where you were maybe at the beginning of May is
Yeah. Yeah.
it's good. It's good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. For sure. For sure. Like even like 3 weeks ago was a little sketchy, you know. But it's been good though, man. I'm just gonna keep going to ramp, getting worked on, and all that.
Keep paying them people to beat you up. I feel you, bro.
Man,
I just jumped out of the ice bath not too long ago. So the things we do, you know what I'm saying? The things we do.
All right. How about this? I think I'm gonna start slowly trying to get into ice baths.
Okay. I mean, I know how I can make you do it, but I don't know if I'm gonna pull that big joker out yet.
How?
Turn it into content.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's all we need to do.
That's crazy because the thing what I was gonna do was like a whole like, all right, y'all know I hate ice. That's perfect. Let's do it. I'm ready.
And we can even do it at ramp. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't got to be the ice bath. You just jump in the cold tub. And
I needed to turn it up a couple degrees though because last time I was there, it was 5 degrees lower than what it normally is.
I promise you can't tell the difference. Cold is cold, bro. I promise you can't tell the difference. It's gonna be just as bad either way.
No, it's not true. That's not true.
Okay.
No.
Whatever you need, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you need to get you in there. That's all that matters, man.
I don't know how we move forward from this part.
We'll roll into this. So Joy says.
Oh, I tried to click it too.
Joy says, I have no tips. I bailed halfway through a 7-mile run because mentally I wasn't there. Not sure how to mentally get back. It happens to all of us. I know I've been here before. Really, what I do is just kind of try to leave that run where it was. Like, don't bring that run with you into the next one. Leave today in today, and just know that you'll have an opportunity to try to get back out there and do it again on another day. It's no shame in it. It's no reason to I don't want to say cry over spilled milk because that sounds like super.
No, it's no need.
There's no reason
to dwell on it.
Yeah, there's no reason to dwell on it at all. It happens. You acknowledge it and just let it go. You know, it's in the grand scheme of things, it's one run.
I mean, and that's the thing. Like we always want everything to go well, and we try our best to control that. When it doesn't happen, and it goes left, or we get to we bail on 7 miles or whatever. It's like it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It doesn't change like what you're trying to do. It doesn't, like I don't even know what you're supposed to run today, but it doesn't add up to like you are now less than you would have been if you finished that run. Like there's no the future doesn't change at all because of that. It does if you decide like I'm defined by this, which you shouldn't do, and then just move forward because there's professionals that like who get paid to do this thing in bomb workouts, like terrible workouts 3-4 weeks before a marathon. That is like that's a nightmare for them. And then they still have to try to get out there and go perform, And the good thing about it is none of us on this listening to this, unless like there's a pro listening to this right now, none of us do this for a living. So the fact that you went and got 7 miles with your mental, not with your mind not being there, and you weren't there mentally, that's a lot too. 7 miles
I think it's more like 3.5. She bailed halfway through a 7-mile run. I know your math don't happen, but it's okay.
All right,
but yeah, don't take it with you into tomorrow. Just chalk it up as you had a successful 3.5-mile run. Yeah, I'm not gonna say lie to yourself, but don't look at what you didn't do and trash what you did do, because you still got out there, you still went through the process of running, you still got out the door, you still had the discipline enough to actually attempt it. And that takes courage. So don't discount yourself.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of people that didn't run at all today.
Absolutely. And it's funny because being from the Detroit area, bailing on 7 miles is means something totally different.
Yeah, you don't want to be bailing on 7 miles.
But one thing I do to help me mentally get back sometimes, I might pull a new pair of shoes out, man. Something about a new pair of shoes makes you excited about running. So if you got some new shoes, if you got, a pair of shorts that you might have been kind of tucking away, like I'm gonna wear this when the time is right.
Yeah, to pull it out. Now's the time.
Yeah, this is the time to grab that shirt that you really like, that makes you feel like, yeah, I look like a cool runner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to kind of pull those hacks out and really like use them to your advantage. So I think too much about clothes too. So like when
No, I think that's real, bro. Like everybody, like if you hoop it, like whatever it is, if you got some new shoes or a new fit that you've been kind of waiting or whatever, if you can get out there, man, do the damn thing with the new shoes. Or Joy, look, sometimes you just gotta go get that magic eraser and buff up the ones you got, to make sure that them boys be tight, clean them up, leave that run and that dirt from wherever you did it.
Wash that bad juju off of them and get back to
it. Wash yesterday off you and get after it.
All right, mystical. I don't know where that accent
I forgot where. Like I watched somewhere. She was like, "Go take a shower and wash today off you right now." And I'm like,
sometimes you got to do it. Sometimes you have to let the tears of our Lord and Savior bathe your body. So I think this week we are a little more.
Oh, this is a good one. Hold on.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Like I said, I like to find a good podcast and keep the run nice and easy. Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah, for sure. Because I know we kind of give people a hard time for like wearing.
I don't know why.
Because it's just something to give people a hard time about, but that definitely helps. Like if you want to hop on, I usually wear my AirPods when I'm on the treadmill. So like sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you need that extra little, not really a distraction, but just like, especially if you're on the treadmill by yourself. To me, listening to a podcast is like having a conversation with my friends. Mm-hmm. It kind of takes that same role. So except my friends don't speak at 1.5 speed in my podcast.
I'm about to say, let's talk about this real quick. Aaron listens to all his like talk radio or whatever it is in podcasts and all that in speed 1.5 to 2.
No, it's just 1.5. It's not. I've never do 2.
So I was listening real quick. I was listening to a book the other day, and I had it on 1.3, and then I decided because I kept missing something, so I went back and I put it on 1 normal speed.
This is my life.
I almost lost my mind.
Is this person drunk? Like they talk so slow.
Why are they talking so slow? And I couldn't even get back into the vibe of realizing this is really how he talks. Mm-hmm. And this is the first time I listened to this book. It was like this. So I don't it's crazy. You probably get so frustrated when people talk slow. Normal life people?
No, not really. But
it doesn't transfer?
No, it doesn't transfer. But 1.5 speed makes people sound much smarter. Because it's like, wow, you just made that point and you didn't think about it that much. Like you really just got to the crux of the issue that quickly.
And it does make you it makes you have to listen better. However that works. Like you have to keep your ear like ready.
Yeah. You're not talking fast, you're just listening slow. That's what 50 Cent said back in the day.
50 was a genius though. Probably one of the best lyricists out there.
So onto these shoes. We going New Balance heavy this week. Big shout out to New Balance. I wore quite a bit of New Balance this week.
Big shout out to New Balance. It's New Balance week.
So I think I have 4 shoes. So I'm gonna be a little more timely, a little quicker with what we go through. So the first shoe, and I'll go through in order of, I guess, what they call their model name. So we'll start out with the New Balance Fresh Foam X.
Fresh Foam
880 V12.
Oh, those are the 880. I don't have those right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So just a quick, I wore these yesterday, so they're kind of present on my mind. Very stable shoe. It gives Brooks Ghost kind of feeling. Just that nice, thick sole, a lot of structure on the upper, a lot of cushion on the upper. It's not like light. It's not meant to be a light shoe. It's not meant to be like fast. It's really just like throw these on when you really want to just get those like Alexa said, those nice and easy podcast miles in. This is a good shoe to take advantage of. Overall, I think I would wear this a lot. It seems like a shoe that can take a lot of damage. It could take a lot of just like miles on miles. and this colorway is pretty cool. The navy is pretty easy to coordinate with other stuff. So, yeah, I like these. Like I said, yesterday was my first run, so I'll have more for the people on these. But overall, a very solid everyday trainer, especially if you like maximal comfort, if you like max cushion. This is a very good shoe.
Well, good job there. I like that review. That was a good review.
Thank you. Thank
That
you.
was
You're
great.
like my supervisor.
I like what you did there. Yeah, so I'm gonna come with the next shoe, right? Next shoe I got here is the New Balance Fresh from 1080. Right. So we got the Fresh from 1080. This is actually their newest edition, and a lot of people really liked the 1080 V11. Right?
I want
So
to be cool and spotlight you how you spotlighted me. I don't know how to do that though.
It's the one in the middle, little guy. There we go. Oh, what are you doing?
Trying to do
There
something.
you go. There you go. I got you.
There we go.
So look, so this is the Fresh Foam 1080 V12. I did not run in the 11, but people actually absolutely loved it, and I see why. I guess there's a couple new things that they changed, and I feel like it's the way that the shoe fit on foot. I think they still came back with the Fresh Foam. I think they just added a little bit more to it. I like the shoe a lot. They did a really good job with the upper, and to me, like you could have a subpar midsole, but the upper fits really well, and kind of like is more in part of your foot, then it provides just for a better experience overall. And New Balance did a really great job with this shoe because it's a lot. It feels like it's a lot of shoe when you first put it on, but when you start moving at pace or whatever, it just for some reason just fits the foot really well. And to me, this is not a subpar midsole. The midsole is amazing, bouncy but not too like squishy. It's kind of like that middle between responsive and super non-responsive, because you can't really feel the ground so much with these, but it's not like where you're just it's not like you're running on a cloud. You know what I'm saying?
It's
real,
the way that the
rocker,
sole kind of gives you that roll up, it feels it's a little more intuitive than just like that 880 might be.
And you don't see a lot of like long run like shoes like this have that shape. You don't. Most of the ones that are just meant for like daily milers and just long runs don't normally have this much action, I feel like, in the rocker. But so it feels like a decently quick shoe. I mean, I'm not going to do any tempos in it, I don't think, but I could see some strides at the end of a run. I could see these getting 350, 400 miles probably, just because of the way that they feel. Unlike the other shoe that they have that seems a little more squishy, but we'll get to that one. So really great job on the 1080 V12. I will be putting a ton of miles on these for sure.
Yeah, and I really enjoy the colorways that they do for this.
Yeah.
Switch us back, man. Switch us back. We out of formation. There we go. But yeah, the gray colorway that I have is really nice. That black colorway that you have is really nice as well. I've seen some cool. I think they've done some collabs with this 1080 as well.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, sneakers shop in Copenhagen called Naked has a collab with the 1080, and it's heat. It's like a cream color. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of it. It came out in a pack. It was like a pack with a lifestyle pair and a running pair.
A loud pack.
Hey, pack watch. So yeah, New Balance is killing it. Especially on the lifestyle side right now. New Balance is absolutely destroying things. I think New Balance is probably my favorite lifestyle sneaker company right now.
I feel like most people would say that.
Yeah, with the 550s and the 2002s and 990s and 991s, all of that. Just man, they killing it. So, but next up, this has been a fan favorite, especially with my followers. It seems like this one gets a lot of love when I post it. This is the New Balance Fuel Cell Rebel V2. Really cool looking shoe. Really fun shoe. Just how it feels out on the roads. It's like bouncy, squishy. It is very responsive. it's not a lot of foam down there, but this
look at this.
yeah, absolutely. So it gives you a lot of um, freedom. It's definitely not super constrictive, if that's a word. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's like you can kind of go wherever you want with this. I feel super nimble in this shoe. It's super light. I feel like I can pick up the pace. I could definitely see myself taking this out for like 200 repeats if I wanted to. It's just overall a super fast, super fun shoe. It has some cool detailing. The color blocking is amazing, and then it has this little.
I was about to ask you if you saw that.
Yeah, bro. It's like the jewel case CDs back in the day when you
Yeah. If you move it, it says one says fuel cell, and then you move it says New Balance. Pretty dope.
So absolutely, they killed this one. As you can see, mine is already kind of dirty.
How many runs you put on these?
I think I've got 3 or 4.
I think I got like 3.
Yeah, I would have to check Strava, but yeah, this is a super fun shoe. Only downside, I feel like I may not be able to get a ton of mileage in them because the foam is just so squishy, and it is just so the shoe is just so taken down as far as structure. It's just like super, like I said, free is the word that comes to mind. It's just like your foot can do pretty much whatever it wants in this, and it's just very minimal. But I think that's really accounts for the weight. That's why the weight is so light, because it doesn't have a lot of extra support or extra structure. It's just shoe, upper with a super light foam sole, and it's just like take off, go crush your workout, and then you can add them to the other parts of your rotation. So
and I mean the minimal vibe, they got the minimal vibe down for something, but then somehow they also made it a very bouncy, squishy shoe. Only downside also that I don't experience, but I've heard some people, if you have like a really aggressive like push off, people say that it's just a little too forgiving or too giving, and people say like they kind of like they can squish the foam down to the ground almost with their foot. I don't have that experience, but people say that they do. So just make sure if you're going to get these, just try them on. Because you'll know if you like them or not just by jumping up and down, kind of. So really great shoe. I like it a lot. And they just look good too. Like
they're it's a cool looking shoe.
Yeah, and we'll talk about how this plays a role with one of the next shoes we're going to talk about. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
So that next shoe you're talking about would be
the Segway Bow. Oh, it's me. We doing that.
Yeah, go ahead. Take it away.
So
take it away, my
guy. We got me on here. We got this is the New Balance Fuel Cell RC Elite 2. This one happens to be the District Vision version of the shoe with the collab. Like Aaron said, New Balance is always looking for ways to collab and do dope things, and then they did a very dope thing. Because it's the District Vision stuff, it has like a lot of detail in there. It's got their logo. If you can see down in there, it's got the eye in there, the District Vision eye. So it's just a dope shoe, and it says District Vision New Balance Center for Inner Peace, and I'm all about that mindful approach to running. So yeah, let's jump into the shoe real quick. Sorry. So this is the RC Elite V2. It is a carbon plated shoe. It has pretty almost the same foam. The way it's structured is almost the same as the one we just held up, the Rebel V2, but it has a little higher stack. Obviously, it has a carbon fiber plate in the shoe, so it's less flexible, but it still isn't one. It's not a very rigid shoe at all. You get that same bouncy, forgiving feel when you run in these for sure. And the upper is actually probably more substantial than is yours.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, so the upper is more substantial. So one of the downsides to the Rebel V2 is that it's a little more flimsy. This one they've done a good job at like keeping that structure, because running a marathon or a half marathon, you want light, but you don't want your foot slipping around. You want to feel controlled. Left foot was good today when I ran the 10 miles. Right foot, I needed to tie it up a little bit more, make sure that lockdown was correct. So the only thing with all shoes, make sure that the lockdown is right. Make sure that you before you dismiss a shoe for a hot spot or for this and that, give it a go. Maybe stop, tie your shoes up a little different, and see if it changes or not. Really great shoe, very bouncy, very forgiving. Just a dope looking shoe. This one is obviously dope, but then all of them that I've seen, I think there's like a pink colorway for those.
Yeah.
And the same ones that Aaron's holding up is the orange version of that.
Yeah.
They're
They
just
got
a good looking
like a
shoe.
royal blue as well.
A royal
That
blue. Yeah.
District Vision that you're holding right there, that is like, that might be
It's one of the hardest.
best looking performance running shoes.
It's so clean. The black one is cool, but this is the one.
I like the black one too, but that white one is unbelievably
sure.
like icy, bro.
But
I just got this sample over here, you know what I'm saying? You got the heat. I just got this, you know what I'm saying, little ho-hum color sample, but you got the one that everybody wants.
This is the I feel like if I had to I only ran one run in it, but I feel like this competes to me. We didn't take it out too fast today, so I'd love to see what these do at like a higher pace. But for what we were running, like I could see pulling a half marathon in these for sure. I'm really excited to see what the version 3 of this would be, because I don't know where they'd make an improvement. I mean, maybe if they moved the plate around a little bit and maybe had it a little more aggressive.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not gonna say 10 out of 10, but 8.5, 9 out of 10 for me for the run today. So
yeah, you can't give it 5 mics on first listen, but yeah, no, this is definitely
good.
I really enjoyed it today.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, the knit upper is a little more substantial than it's like kind of like plastic. I would say like a synthetic knit upper on that V2. I mean on the
more like a Vaporfly top on that Rebel V2.
Yeah, but this is all like knit, and the heel counter is super stable.
Solid.
That's the difference. That's the real difference between this one and that that Rebel.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this today. 10 miles, beautiful. Even when I took off from you guys at the end, I'm just like, oh, they answered.
Did they kind of, because we had got down to a decent pace on the long run, and the reason why is because once you start landing in the right spot in these, and that's the thing for everybody watching. If you aren't like super into like super shoes yet, each shoe is going to have a different point of where like you feel the most return for you, so when you run in, try to find like that moment or that like spot in the landing. You don't want to change your stride too much, but you always want to kind of look for like, what is this shoe trying to give me, And once I found that for these, it was just like, oh, okay, here we go. I do like that colorway. That colorway is dope though.
This colorway is heat. Like
that's a race day colorway, bro. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. You can build a kit around that colorway for sure.
For sure. All right.
Yo, New Balance.
Yo, this is dope. V2, V3. I mean, if y'all got V3 cooking, we will test it out because these are just wildly dope to me.
To our people at New Balance, this is my request for you guys.
All right.
Please get me a pair of them District Visions. I want them, bro.
I
really want them, man. Like it's breaking my heart that Tommy get to wear them and I don't.
That's so funny though, because we ain't gonna go too far in that story because you told me not to be a hater when you thought it was your size is coming.
Because I mean that's the key to life is to never be a hater.
It kind of sounds like you hating a little bit. Anyway, so really quick, last week we talked about shoes that we were looking forward to, right? And I have in my hand a shoe that we were looking forward to coming along for a while now. So here we go. This is the Metaspeed Sky Plus.
I didn't even bring that.
Just had to throw this in here. The Metaspeed Sky Plus has landed. This shoe is it's same upper, right? But you can obviously see there's a lot more foam here towards the forefoot. It's shaped a little different. It's a little more aggressive in the toe. The from the back, it's the same shoe. From this point on, it's pretty much the same shoe. But there's a lot more foam there. The upper is about the same type of material. It feels a little more flimsy than the other. Actually, it feels a little more flimsy than the other one. So, but you can see it's an apparent difference in the midsole. Like you can even see like where the where the rocker starts there. It's a little different, much more foam under there, and it looks different from the sides though, because you got or the top. It's got a little more flare out than these. Like nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I cannot wait to try these shoes on the road, bro. Super
Absolutely,
excited.
bro.
Super
It's street
excited.
legal, right?
Yeah, these street legal. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They're already wearing them in the world's. I mean, the world stage already.
Yeah.
They're gonna have them at Worlds too for sure.
Definitely looking forward to pulling that one out and getting after it for sure. So
Yeah.
our full review is coming soon, but know that we will be reviewing those
I cannot wait to make
very
it make
soon.
sense. Cannot wait to
Very
make that
soon.
make sense.
But to not to put the cart in front of the horse, we have something that we need to do that we've promised the people. And I think this is the perfect time to do it. So, bam, let's go.
All right.
Let's do it. We
All
can
right,
actually
so-
talk about this shoe a little. I know I spoke about this shoe a bit.
All right. Well, let's just real quick. How we going? So the giveaway, right?
We got 10 people on right now.
10 people, right? If
you are watching,
we are about to do a giveaway
Pay attention.
for. This is the Allbirds Tree Flyer. It's a brand new shoe that they have. This is a zero carbon footprint shoe. It actually has the number on the back, the CO2E, I believe, is 9.92, which offsets to 0. They are a carbon neutral company, so that's always great to support companies that are doing the work. But this isn't a hoax. This is not a gimmick shoe. Ran in the shoe. The shoe is actually going to get a ton of miles from me. I promise you that, because they was solid. But let's do this giveaway thing. If you want to be included in this giveaway, you need to drop your name, first name, and your city, state.
Cool. Let's do it.
Name, city, state. If you want to be entered for a chance to win these Allbirds Tree Flyer giveaway, we're doing it in a few minutes after this review. Bow, go ahead, take it away, Ern.
I didn't know we were going to review because I kind of gave my feelings and I think I gave my slight review. No,
you didn't get no review. You left.
So, the Allbirds Tree.
You good at this?
The Allbirds Tree Flyer. At first glance, I know that if you are into running shoes, this has a very familiar look. There's a specific running shoe from a different brand that it looks like this shoe may borrow a bit from, and it nails it. It hits all the markers that other shoe laid out.
You talking about Adidas?
Yeah, I was trying not to do that.
It's better than I want to do that because it's better. I'm telling you.
Okay, well, this reminds me a lot of the Adidas Ultra Boost. More specifically, the Adidas Ultra Boost Uncaged. I should have brought that shoe up because I have that shoe in the basement, the Ultra Boost Uncaged. But yes, the upper is very similar. The lacing system is very similar. Even the pull tab in the back is very similar. But it's a tried and true design, so it works. The upper is super comfortable. Fits like a glove. The knit material does give a bit. It is a little stretchy, so it doesn't feel like your foot is being trapped. And then this super angular, I guess I would say, sole is a cool feature. I told Tommy this looks like a collaboration between the Asics and Tesla Cybertruck, because it's this looks like the back of that Cybertruck. So very substantial midsole. So it gives you a lot of give. Well, no, it's firm, so it's not a lot of give, but it gives you a bit of space and a good feeling of space between you and the ground. So impact is not as harsh. Overall, this is a very good shoe, and I'm impressed that Allbirds is able to produce a performance shoe that does this well and also does well for the environment, as well as a new pair of shoes can do for the environment. Because the best thing you can do for the environment is to keep running in the shoes that you're running in for a little bit longer, because the more we buy, the more pressure we're putting on the environment, the more waste we're putting into the ecosystem and all that stuff. So if you have to buy a new pair of shoes, it's always cool to buy a shoe that is from a company that is dedicated to sustainability, dedicated to being environmentally friendly. So shout out to Allbirds. Great job, guys. I'm super impressed with this. And Tommy, you can go ahead and take it away. I know you got that.
All right, no,
grayish
so
colorway. Mine
yeah,
is this loud orange colorway. I like this. Orange was my school colors in high school, so orange, orange hearts, orange everything. We love orange.
and mine is Blizzard color. This is like it's more like a gray or whatever. But one thing that stood out to me when I first got this shoe was the sole, was the outsole. It's got so much traction. I just didn't feel like a shoe like this would have as much of it as it does, and it just seems really functional too. Like it's not just like thrown on there. They did a good job with the way that they designed it. It feels natural. And normal shoes you can grab and like just kind of squeeze the midsole, but for some reason you can't in these. So I thought they were going to be really like firm on the road, but whatever this is made of. I mean, I know that we could probably look that up very easily, but the foam that they use to make this midsole is very tech heavy or something, because it just does a really great job at like absorbing the landing and
Yeah,
then
it's
keeping you
super
rolling.
dense. It's
Yeah,
dense.
dense, but it's not flat. And
Yeah,
the reason
it's
why I
just
brought it,
you can tell that this foam is like, I don't know foam technology, but
yeah.
just off the feeling, it's like there's more foam than like air. Like
Yeah, it's not a bunch of. It's not. Yeah, this
I
is
work in an industry and we talk about, they call it specific gravity, right? So
okay.
there's a lot of, however they mold these, there was a lot of material. I would say more material went in to be
Oh,
compressed than
than
other
air.
shoes, because it's so dense. It's like
Right. It's not. It doesn't look like. It doesn't feel like it's gonna be a good run. A good vibe in the run and shoot area. Did he? Yeah, he
no,
froze. But it's great.
my bad. My
And
computer is overheating, but
oh. And the reason why I brought up Adidas in the first place. I mean, not because we were just trying to like trash or whatever, but it's a great way to compare. It's a good benchmark. But I feel like, because I've had the shoes that he's talking about, and this is definitely these are them on steroids, to me. Good
shout out
shoes,
to
great
Allbirds
fit.
for doping their
Allbirds,
shoes. That's cool. Mechanical doping. But no,
mechanical doping.
in purposes, I feel like this is a very good, like a almost overkill for an everyday trainer. Like if you want to take this out, and just speaking to the density of this foam on the sole, I feel like this is something that can get a lot of mileage. And I'm sure Allbirds probably took that into account when they were making this shoe, that they wanted to make something that you wouldn't just run 100 miles in and then have to buy a new pair, because they are environmentally conscious. So I feel like you can bang these up quite a bit. I'm going to take them out and probably push them to the limit this summer and see how much I can get out of them, because that's like the challenge, right? Let's see if these companies are really putting their money where their mouth is, as far as sustainability, environmentally friendly, and all that stuff. Give me a shoe that I can take to 500 miles, because if I can take a shoe to 500 miles, that means I don't have to buy another shoe that goes into a landfill at some point. So we shall see.
Are you guys hearing this? All right, cool.
Direct challenge.
They're listening. They listening. All right. So sorry, guys. Yeah, great shoe, but we didn't want to just give away the shoe. We wanted to try them out, make sure we liked them, and then also ended up liking them, I think, more than I thought that I was going to. So good job, Allbirds. Yeah, there we go. So back to the normal view. Let's do this giveaway. Aaron, I'm gonna need you to take your mouse and randomly go up and down on the thing.
That doesn't feel like
the best way to go.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got it.
Let's see, man. I don't know. I think we will go, since Joy was the first one to put her name in there. She was the quickest one on Jeopardy. I think we'll go to Joy.
All right, Joy. So Joy, you have won a pair of Allbirds Tree Flyers. There's an audience clapping somewhere. You just can't hear them. There we go. So yeah, Joy, congratulations. This is a really dope shoe. What you just need to do is you can DM me or Aaron, and just DM me, and I'll get your information and I'll get your size. You just go on the website, pick your color, and let me know which one you want. So dope. So good job. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this episode We are having a great time doing this. Off season is off to a good start. Thank you everybody for being in the thing here. Stay tuned for more. I got, you know, if you didn't win today, you can win more than one time next week. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to my Instagram. You can get a part of it. Maybe you can win. I don't know why I gotta talk like that to say it.
Cause you got to turn it to like the guy at the carnival.
Yeah, come on, guys. You can win.
Come on, anybody want to try to knock this whatever down for this huge? And then you try it.
Win this big old prize. Ain't nobody won ever.
Nah, and then you paying them 500 tickets, which equates to $643,000. Like, bro,
my daughter went to a fair in Birmingham yesterday, and it was a $30 wristband to get in, and then that's for free rides or whatever. But Lord, you notice the hot dogs are $10 probably, and all the games is $5, and the kids were like, "Oh, I could do it." That ring toss is rigged, bro.
For sure. The basketball, they got the ball super inflated, the rim is super tiny.
Yeah,
it's a scam.
Steph Curry couldn't make them shots. If he listening, that's a challenge. I'd like to see Steph Curry go to the. That's what I want to see.
I don't think he got more important things to do right now.
I don't care. Nobody care about no finals, bro. If he can make 10 shots in a row, that's bigger than the finals.
Well, I think we need to get in contact with our Under Armour people and see if we can get that arranged.
Probability-wise, he has more of a chance of winning the finals. At the beginning of the year, his probability is higher winning the finals or the championship than he is making 10 shots in a row at a fair. Hot take.
All right, Skip Bayless. Stephen A. Or Shannon, whichever one you want to be, bro.
Hey, I gotta be much crazier to be Shannon, bro. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching the show. Make sure you follow Aaron at
Aaron X Worldwide, AARON X WORLD WIDE on Instagram. Pull up on me. I'm on Twitter. I'm on everything, man.
Yeah, he got all the things checked off. And I'm Tommy Runs at TOMMIE_RUNZ. Follow me there. Follow all the stuff that's going on.
Subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah.
We here. If y'all got ideas for guests as well, I think we want to try to start bringing on guests as well. So if you know some cool runners that might want to talk about running, hit Tommy up in the DMs and let him know because he's the people person.
All right. All right. Bye, guys.